and a sausage roll or a pea might suddenly take flight and fall down between the fridge and a cupboard. Hi, now let's have a look at some things that I find really annoying, and maybe you can share some of my experiences. Just imagine you're walking along in the city centre along a busy street. There might be a lot of people around, and there's this bloke in front of you and you just can't get by him. You try to squeeze by, but he just sort of goes at the same, you go to the right and he goes to the right at the same time. And then you see your opportunity, you go to the left, and just as you're going to go by him, somebody walks out of a shop on the left and blocks your path. Very frustrating. You are stuck behind this guy and he's just sauntering along. It was so frustrating. And when you actually do manage to squeeze by him, you know, you might be some road works on the right, whatever. But anyway, when you get past this narrow path, you squeeze by him, you brush against him, and he looks at you as much as to say, what a bloody nuisance you are. Yes, indeed. Now, a separate situation. There might not be many people around, but you see somebody about 20 yards in front of you, and you look at each other and you both try to do the opposite thing because you don't want to bump into this person. You look at the person, they go to the right, so you think, oh, well, I'll go to the left. So then this happens, you zigzag towards each other and you try to misread their mind by going the opposite way, and they go to the right, you go to the right, they go to the left, they go to the left, and then you bump into each other. This invariably happens. It's so frustrating. This will happen time after time after time. I think there's been scientific research into why this happens, but I just do not know. Now, another thing I find really annoying is when I start sneezing and someone says, bless you. Oh, it's so irritating. And then you stifle the next sneeze and they say, bless you. This is especially annoying at work. Oh, and also, why do we always sneeze at most inappropriate times? For example, when you're going to prepare a meal, that's not hygienic, no, so you don't want to sneeze. Or when you're just going to answer the phone, or you're just going to wash your hair. Really annoying. Now, another thing is eating freshly homemade sandwiches. Now, if you've got something like cucumber and salmon in a sandwich, it'll make the bread all soggy if they're left too long. Or this effect might happen if you've got very dry, brittle bread. Anyway, you start to eat your sandwich and you put it up to your mouth and it starts to disintegrate in your hand. And you know that a bit's going to fall off and you put it closer to your mouth and a little bit of cucumber on a bit of bread or the salmon is just dripping, pulling away, and you just lunge to try to grab it before it goes on the floor. And a split second before you get to it, it goes on the floor and dirties your clothes. That's most frustrating. And then you have another go, and what happens, a bit of cucumber comes out of the other side of the sandwich. That's so annoying. Now, whilst on the subject of food, how about preparing food in the kitchen? And a sausage roll or a pea might suddenly take flight and fall down between the fridge and a cupboard. You put your arm down there to reach it. Oh, you need another 6 inches. So you get a little implement, a stick or something, whatever you use, and you manage to make contact with pea or the sausage roll, and oh, you nudge it underneath the fridge. Oh, no, that's so annoying. Then you have to get down on your hands and knees and you have to poke it out. So really annoying. Now here's another one for you. You go home after a hard day's work to see your wife, and she's at home, and you ring the doorbell. No, you don't. Actually, you've got a key. So that's right. So you've got your key, you unlock the door, and then you say, hi, honey, I'm back. You unlock the door, and then bang, she's left the chain on. That's really frustrating. Now, how many of you dunk biscuits into tea or coffee? I don't do this. Well, not when anybody's looking, anyway. Anyway, you've got this fresh, dry biscuit, and you dunk it in, and you just take it out and you look forward to it, and all of a sudden it breaks in half, and half of it splashes into the tea or coffee and splashes all over you. That's most frustrating. Anyway, what I do then, I get a small teaspoon and try and rescue this bit of soggy tea or this soggy bit of biscuit in the tea or coffee, and I get this out, and I think I'm doing so well, and all of a sudden the soggy bits around the edge of the spoon fall back into the tea or coffee. And it creates a horrible, gungy mess of biscuits. Horrible brown mush of biscuits. And your tea or coffee then is not drinkable. Now, you get the really smart, geeky bloke who will take precautions that this won't happen. And I should know because I've done this. You get your biscuit and you tap it against the side of the cup a few times. That shakes off little bits of stuff off the biscuit, and also make sure it's crack proof, and then you shouldn't have the problem of the biscuit breaking in the tea. Now, how many of us use mobile phones? Well, I think we all do. I wonder how we used to get on without mobile phones years ago, but life used to go on, didn't it? Anyway, how frustrating is it when a mobile phone rings and you frantically try to find it's in your bag, or it might be in a handbag, whatever, you know, a woman trying to get a handbag, and just as you go to answer it, it stops. That's really, really so annoying. And then what happens is you phone back the number who's just phoned you, and you get a message, something like this: the person you are calling is not available at the present time. No, they're not available because they're trying to call you a second time because you didn't answer the first time. That's not frustrating. So you leave it a few minutes, and then you ring up your voicemail, and then you get a message, something like this: hi Tim, hi, blah, 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 did you know this, blah, 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 blah. And at the end, this person says, you left your phone off again, why don't you keep your phone turned on? And by this time, you're absolutely tearing your hair out. Well, mobile phones have their uses, but you try ringing somebody on a train when they're going underneath a tunnel. That is so frustrating. Also, my mobile phone, for some reason, it takes ages before it picks up a signal. I don't know why that is. Another thing I find really, really annoying is in the summertime, sometimes I like to wear sandals. But why is it that invariably you seem to get a stone or a bit of chipping underneath, dislodged firmly underneath the sandal, between your foot and the sandal? And it seems to go right in the centre. How does that stone seem to know where to go? Your index finger can't quite reach it. You shake your foot about, but the stone will not come out. Well, it really is annoying, and so you literally have to hobble along and wait till you get to the person's house or wherever and take your sandal off. So I do hope you have enjoyed this comedy.